Thank you, sir, for that comprehensive overview of all the initiatives in the digital education space. And one has to wonder what the impact of this pandemic would have been if some of these initiatives were not already in place. So a lot of this infrastructure had already come up before the pandemic hit, and to that extent, at least the impact was mitigated. We now pivot to the world of financial technologies. Over the next 3 hours, we have planned a series of sessions on issues related to fintech in India. And I can't think of a better way to start this with than with the Unified Payment Interface (UPI). A remarkable homegrown success story in fintech in India, and we have with us joining virtually Ritesh Shukla, Chief Executive Officer of NPCI International Payments Limited, to deliver a keynote address on the strategic value of UPI. And this will be followed by a panel later. Ritesh.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good evening to everyone. I hope you and your family members are in good health, keeping safe. Let me start by thanking the organizers, Carnegie India, for giving me an opportunity to engage with all of you representing NPCI International. Today, I'm going to spend a few minutes talking about UPI and its strategic value. If you look at UPI, it's today world's best performing fast payment platform. It runs on best-in-class technology with very robust governance model, simplistic user interface, having multilingual capabilities. The platform is run in a very collaborative manner with different players in the ecosystem and is catering to a wide variety of use cases in person to person as well as person to merchant domain across the length and breadth of the country. In terms of its importance or the role that UPI has played in India, I think we feel that UPI has played a very, very important role in enabling digital payments in India. The ecosystem has been built on the platform that covers the entire country. I mean, be it rural landscape, even the locations where there is no data connectivity. So we have a USSD module, and the objective that we are pursuing is of providing citizens an affordable payment option. A UPI platform today is enabling delivery of government and regulators' agenda in various areas, including financial inclusion, cash displacement, delivery of citizen welfare, and democratizing payments for businesses as well as consumers, promoting innovations by enabling fintechs come on the platform and create new use cases to kind of cater to a very different or you know diverse audience, and bringing in transparency in the way we transact amongst other benefits. So we at NPCI International feel that UPI has played a very important role in enabling governments and regulators agenda to kind of take our nation towards a very, very robust digital payments oriented kind of society. In terms of performance, if we look at UPI has actually put India at the top of the world in terms of digital payment transactions. And let me share with some statistics here. In 2020, India witnessed over 25 billion digital payments financial transactions, which is 10 billion higher than the second best country. And this is an amazing achievement for us as a country, because even in the times of pandemic and before that, we have seen a very, very strong traction across the segments, and people are now, imbibing digital payments across all walks of life. From now talking about the UPI's performance from its beginning in December 2016, UPI has seen phenomenal growth in adoption and scale. In the year 2020, UPI as a platform achieved around $457 billion worth of commerce on the platform, which, if you look at or compare it with our country's GDP, is around 15% of India's GDP. Now, this is amazing achievement, and this is unprecedented ever in the world. Now, since the first year of our operation, that is in 2017, wherein we had about $8 billion US dollars worth of commerce on the platform, and compare it with the performance in 2020, we have grown at a CAGR of 285%. And we continue to witness a very, very strong performance. And the same is reflecting in the volumes that we achieved in the month of November 2021. In the month of November 2021, we achieved commerce worth $102 billion. And this is powered by about 4.18 billion transactions. And the most beautiful thing in this is that 48% of these transactions were merchant payments. So this actually means that we as platform owners of UPI are enabling commerce and giving merchants, small businesses, a very affordable payments of digital payments option, enabling them accept payments services, and which is very, very important for enabling money move fast in the economy, even the rural economies. UPI today has given consumers and businesses an affordable and simplistic digital payments option. It is being used by about 120 million merchants across the country. So that's the power, that's the inclusion that UPI as a platform has driven. Success, now if you look at the success factors for UPI, I think it's been a very, very collaborative effort at an industry level, and of course supported by very progressive regulator in form of Reserve Bank of India. And it's a blend of internal as well as external factors that make it unique and the best performing platform in the world. If we talk about some of the factors that are making UPI unique today, in terms of the internal factors, which would mean how the platform has been designed or how the platform has been wired. So the things that are noteworthy are that one is it is an API driven platform. So it is easy for the downstream players to integrate. It is interoperable. So it is actually connecting every merchant in the ecosystem, even if it is acquired by different players. So for example, a merchant acquired by one of the players such as PhonePe or Google is able to accept payment from any other app, could be our NPCI's own app, Beam, or Paytm, or any other app. So it's complete interoperability in the ecosystem. It is real time, so it ensures faster movement of funds, enabling money move faster, enabling money receipt at the merchant side in a very, very fast manner. It runs in a very simplistic way. So it runs on aliases for person-to-person payment, and it runs on QR codes for merchant payments, thereby providing simplicity, safety, and security. The platform actually operates on open banking ethos. So what it means is that as a consumer, any resident in India can go to Google App Store or Apple Store and download any of the apps, could be Google Pay, PhonePe, Paytm, Beam, and after the laid down authentication process, they can connect that app to any bank account in the country and start using it. So there is no need to load funds. There is no need to kind of reload funds when the funds are exhausted. The apps are connected to the bank account, and it's actually enabling open banking in the real sense. It can be integrated with multiple channels, including the USSD channel, which is very relevant for people who are living in remote areas, rural areas, where the data connectivity is not as good as in the urban areas. So that's very important. Then we have a very, very collaborative engagement model, as I talked about earlier, that actually allows participants in the ecosystem drive innovation in the user interface and the user experience space, so that there is greater adoption, there is greater traction with the end consumers. And it's a very, very simplistic interface, as I talked about earlier, with multilingual capabilities. So people living in different parts of the country can actually access the app, the platform in their language of preferences. So that's again a very, very confidence building or trust building kind of effort. So these are some of the internal factors that have made UPI unique and have actually helped UPI grow to the scale where it is. In terms of external factors, I think that's again a very, very important aspect of it. So we've had a very, very industry-led approach, and the ownership and governance while lies with NPCI, but we've always got a very, very progressive guidance from the regulator, who have actually encouraged us to do more, have encouraged us to, achieve newer heights. There is a very, very strong fintech-like engagement model that we have developed, and it's actually driving innovation through a platform approach. So today, fintechs are using UPI as a platform to create newer use cases, to extend credit to small businesses, to merchants, to help consumers move out of their houses with confidence without carrying cash. So there's a lot of stuff that is happening on the fintech side, and we are continuously listening to the market. That's again a very, very important area to refine the experience that our users get from the platform, and also to add newer use cases which are relevant today and which are going to be relevant tomorrow. So that's again a very, very important aspect. And overall, I think it's a very, very convenient and cost-effective model for merchants to take on digital payments and to kind of use this for their expansion in future. So these were some of the factors that actually make UPI what it is today and make UPI one of the best performing platforms globally. Finally, to summarize, we have attained amazing depth in the area of technology that actually powers the platform, in the area of operations and governance that we have built around as guardrails and as servicing models around the technology that has been used to build UPI. And we have demonstrated unprecedented scale in the market. I don't think there are many platforms in the world who can claim to have a 285% of CAGR in a short span of time like what we have done. And this proves that UPI strategic value to landscape in India. Now, armed with what we have achieved here in India in terms of the technology that we have created, which is built on open source platforms, and coupled with the knowledge that we have gained in running the platform, in driving the collaboration, in getting engagement across the industry, in achieving the scale that we have achieved, we are ready to collaborate with other countries globally. We are ready to share the technology that we have here. We are ready to share the business know-how that we have gained by way of running these platforms. And we are also ready to engage with countries outside. Our intent is to embark on similar journey globally to drive digital public good and make a difference in the areas of financial inclusion, cash displacement, citizen welfare, and fintech incubation, because that actually generates employment and that actually creates more economic opportunities. So we are ready to collaborate with countries who are interested in imbibing UPI to drive digital public good in their own countries. And with that, I would like to conclude my session. I thank you for your audience, and it was wonderful connecting with you. I thanks Carnegie India again for giving me an opportunity to share the strategic value and the beautiful journey that UPI has had in India. Thank you very much.